Welcome everyone to this second session of the Making Sense of Scripture series, following the book of the same title, Making Sense of Scripture by Dr. David Lose. We're in the second chapter of that book, and the title of that chapter is the Bible True? We as Christians have resoundingly affirmed that question with a yes. But what do we mean by true? On the one hand, if we say the Bible is true, then we're faced with some things in there that are really hard to believe. On the other hand, if it's not true, then we wonder why we should read it at all. So what should we do? Well, what if we asked a different sort of question? What if we asked not whether the Bible is true, but how is the Bible true? That will help lead us to where we need to go, better than simply asking, is the Bible true? So what makes something true? For most of us, we probably would say facts. Show me evidence, verifiable, historical, repeatable facts, and then we'll talk about truth. Now, facts certainly do speak to truth, but it's not the only way to speak about truth. For instance, if someone asks you, is it true that freedom is better than slavery? You'd probably say, yeah. Well then, prove it. Even if you lined up facts about freedom and slavery, the truth about freedom being better than slavery lies outside of facts and into the arena of those things we value. Values are hard to prove in the way we might prove a math equation, but they are no less true. We use these truths all the time. We teach our kids right from wrong with them. We use them to explain things that simply can't be explained any other way. It's not foreign territory for us, although this truth split between facts and values has been with us for only about 300 years now. In the 1700s, the Enlightenment thinkers began to profess that it was reason and experimentation that determines truth, and we've been using those boundaries ever since. The Enlightenment attacked those things that couldn't be proven, those things that had to be believed. Maybe you're there too. But where were the biblical writers? From what viewpoint of truth did they write from? Take a look at John's gospel for a moment, at the story at Jesus meeting Thomas at the end of that gospel. Thomas wants proof that Jesus is actually alive, resurrected. He won't be satisfied until he sees the marks of the nails in Jesus' hands and puts his hands in those marks and in Jesus' side where the spear pierced him. He wants proof. Who could blame him? Now, when Jesus appears and Thomas gets to do all the things he asks for proof, some amazing words come out of his mouth. Not simply, yep, this is Jesus, I have the proof, but the words, my Lord and my God. It's an exclamation of meaning, something facts couldn't give. It calls for and creates faith. And that's the truth the Bible is after. It's going after the truth of what does this mean? Even if you have all the facts, the truth of meaning still remains. Take the Civil War, for example. You could stack all the facts in order, but still have to answer the yes, but what does this mean? Question of truth. So when people read the Bible as some divine reference book, looking for facts to equal truth, they run into a whole mess of inconsistencies and irregularities, which can be very disconcerting and lead some to see the Bible as merely a collection of falsehoods. But remember, that's not the only way to speak of truth. The kind of truth the Bible is about has something to do with you becoming personally involved, personally invested in the story. Facts require no real personal investment. They just are. But God's story is personal. It calls out and creates personal investment. It speaks a confession of truths that are larger than facts. So, is the Bible true? Absolutely. And it has lots of facts to back it up. But that's not where biblical truth resides. Truth resides in meaning, calling for personal investment and faith. And that's the truth.